Hey, welcome to another 902 gaming video. Um, Today I'm going to be going over a deck list that I saw on MTG Goldfish. It was during a Black Pearl tournament or something like that. I don't think it actually has a sideboard. So we're going to take a look at it. It's basically Bant Super Friends. It's using a card that I recently started playing quite a bit of, Sten Paranoid Partisan. I'm actually playing in an Urza's deck. It can reduce the cost of your artifacts and stuff like that, so it's pretty sweet. It protects itself basically. I think this card's a little underplayed right now. I think it's relatively powerful, but I guess it'll remain to be seen. Then we have like Broker's Ascendancy to put a bunch of counters on all our planeswalkers. Broker's Charm, draw some cards, Celestis, some counter spells. It's also playing this card, Luxior Giada's Gifts. I'm not sure exactly what this will do. I guess it could just be a big swing. You're playing Farewell, to basically sweep the board, and I guess then you smash with a big Tameo or one of these. One of the interesting things actually that I noticed about this deck too is that Sten and Tameo actually means you can drop Tameo on turn 3. If you set this to Planeswalkers, you can cast this on turn 3 because this will reduce the mana to 4, and basically you can spend 1 colorless, 1 green, and a blue, and 2 life, and it comes down on turn 3. So that could potentially be pretty powerful. 2 fewer, so it'll come in with 3. So it's still pretty good. So there's some possibilities there. I'm not sure if this card is worth it or not. I'll have to see if Repair and Recharge is actually good. I guess it can return Bankbusters, extra charms, anything that blows up the Broker's Ascendancy. So the combo seems to be Luxior, Broker's Ascendancy, and a Planeswalker, and then you just kind of smash. This one just basically, Vivian just gives you a bunch of Rhino tokens, cast it on turn 5 with Sten. But yeah, it went 4-1 in that tournament. I thought at first that it was a tournament with no sideboards, but other decks in that tournament had sideboards. So I'd like to actually just build something. I think something that this deck is missing is this card. I think this card is absolutely Wrath of God in this format. Is it each? No, it's just they only ever draw 1 card. You can pop like 5 creatures and they only ever draw 1 card from it. So, plus, you would also potentially draw a card from Sten as well. Potentially might want to add more Broker's Ascendancy into the sideboard. Potentially another Farewell in there, I guess. Because we're playing Bant, I think this is a good spot for Urza to come in from the sideboard. And we probably want some negates. 1, 2, 3. Yep. That'll do. I just wanted to throw something in the sideboard. The deck didn't actually have a sideboard. You can see the full deck list here. Maybe I want some more Wandering Emperors, but the deck seemed really interesting to me. One of the cards that I'm surprised isn't in the deck list, and it might be due to mana issues. I can immediately see that they're just basically trying to curve out here, and they don't have a lot of this. Don't know if this card's any good in the deck or not. I'm just going to play it as is. I'm not going to make any changes, but already I can see. I just wanted to put a sideboard in because I'm going to do best of 3. But I can already see changes. There's no reason not to play 4 of these. I don't think this is very good. But we'll see. Play a few games and see how it goes. Not 100% sure where this would fall in a metagame, even if it was. It did lose to, I believe, mono black. Just the rush deck with Gix on turn 3 and a bunch of 1-drops, a bunch of 2-drops, and then Gix on turn 3, and then that was the end of the curve. And I think the top of the curve was Sheoldred on turn 4. So it is what it is in that type of matchup, and that might have been able to be helped with a sideboard. Okay, I have Syncopate that I'm not going to be able to cast, but all right. Play the Headquarters. Now, hopefully I can draw an untapped land next turn. And I did not. And they only played one land. Okay. Am I going to get a match today? So they're playing mono red. I'm going to cut the farewells. I'm going to cut down on Vivian. I don't think I want this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And maybe 1, 2. Cut down. I might cut this completely. Put that back up. Alright, let's try that. Probably just playing mono red, didn't draw a second land. They're like, game over. Or they could be the red-green werewolves deck, I'm not sure. So Bonkers Hideout. Get this thing. We do have Sten. And then no way to cast this on turn 3. Yeah, that's kind of an issue. These probably should just be some pain lands. Like if this was brush land, no problem. If I drew a third land, this is coming down on turn 3. That's actually kind of a nice... I think that's a fairly powerful play, actually. We'll see how it actually plays out. Oh, they're going to rope me. Well, it's not like I'm not trying to play matches, but my opponents don't want to cooperate. Choose a card type other than creature or land. Oh, they're playing. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to go for a white source here. I do have more white sources than green. If I went for... I'm going to have to. Yeah. I think that's just what I want. Okay. So artifacts. Just got to draw it. Yeah, that's fine. Even if this was a force, I still wouldn't be able to do anything on this turn, so... Artifact. I'm actually going to pass and hold up Syncopate instead of play this out. I probably should have played this out, but since I can't follow it up with that, there's kind of no point. I can follow it up with this, but... That's actually pretty good too on turn 3. Yikes. Never realized how good this... If this survives into any one of these planeswalkers. They're going to play a 2-mana artifact. Should have known. Oh, man. Yeah. We'll say Planeswalker. Get one of those. Now, it's likely going to eat the dust, but yeah, it didn't particularly matter here. So what does this thing have? A Ward 2? I don't think I block. Okay. Play land. Play this as 3 mana. Doesn't really let me do anything else. Okay, we'll attack. Pass the turn. Still have Wandering Emperor, but Wandering Emperor can't target the Patchwork. I probably should have blocked and killed the Patchwork there, because they could have had a removal spell and killed my paranoid wizard. No reason I shouldn't have, I guess. They still can't exile it with this. Yeah. Need to pay 2 extra mana. I can still create a token, though. If they don't play anything, I might just cast it anyway. But we'll see. I think Storm of the Festival could have been a good card in the sideboard here too, but the mana is not great. But I understand what they were trying to do. Just have a bunch of untapped, as much untapped land as they could. But when you have double green and blue and double white, is there depopulate in the main deck? I didn't see. Maybe there was. Maybe there was one copy, but no sideboard. There wasn't a sideboard on the website anyway, so. I mean, essentially, Sten becomes a creature that can't be killed. Yes. Really? All right. Okay. We'll pay with 2 life. And then that way I keep Syncopate up as well. I'm feeling that they're not going to respond here. I can tap it and pay 2 mana. Lock it down if I wanted to. I might actually do that. Be swing in over here. Put a +1/+1 counter. Tap it, pay the 2 mana. Nope, just gonna get roped. Well, just kind of scooped. Okay, well, let's go on to the next game. Hey, I played all my 40 lands. And what did I get? Yay. Okay, so let's try it one more time. But I think it has some holes for sure. We'll play. The mana being one of them. Wow. Okay. Whew, bad. All right, let's go get an island. I think there's just far too much. There's too much good mana in the format to mess about. I'm gonna get the second white source. I don't think the deck plays much green except for like Tamiyo and Vivian. Yeah, these are not what this deck wants. I understand thinning it out and getting a little bit of life and stuff, but It feels like you're just off curve all the time. They're just mono black over here, most likely. Yep. Let's draw. Okay. So now I have take action. We'll discard the Bank Buster. Might as well do it right now. I saw Broker's Charm now that I can draw 2 cards or pop an enchantment. Probably get Invoke Despair here. Okay. Still don't really have anything to do. Yep. Likely don't attack here. Okay. Ooh, that's pretty good. Okay. Broker's Ascendancy. Wow. Well, sure. Lots of dead cards in this matchup. Wow. Brutal. All right. I still have Depop and Farewell and stuff to draw into. These are bad. Lots of do nothing cards here. There's only 2 of them, mind you. Sure. Oh my goodness. Sure thing. Let's draw. Draw. Come on. Brutal. Yep. GG's. Wow, that was awful. Yikes. Yikes. I think I'll bring this in. These are bad. Vivian's not terrible, but this is gonna go. I don't think I want to play. That's got to go. Yeah, I think we'll go like this. Broker's Ascendancy is not a good card. Well, at least currently in this format anyway. Not against this deck. Sure. Mana is atrocious in this deck. Ooh. I can see why they lost the mono black in the final. Hey, there you go. Depop is gone. Yeah. There's not much of a choice after that. All right. Is that? Just above discard other than creature or land. Why can't I choose Planeswalker? Could have done instant, but whatever. I guess I can also swap it out. Sure. This deck is... The mana base is so terrible. Yeah. Sure. Ooh. There's some rough choices in this deck. I think this could actually be the 1 mana removal spell. Okay. Get rid of that horrible land. Mm-hmm. Urza. None of these cards do anything for me. Nope. GG's. I've got ultimate over here from Liliana, so it doesn't particularly matter. Ooh, that deck's terrible. Yikes. But there's a whole lot of nothing going on in here. Wait, let's go. So let's redo the deck here a little bit. I like that at all. It's a great way to return your permanents, but you're not returning anything. That's what I don't understand. You're not really returning anything. I mean, this combination Sten into Tamiyo is pretty sweet. But the mana didn't warrant it. Maybe it could have been card availability. It could have been a lot of things. I'm essentially changing almost the entire deck around. I don't. Didn't quite see what they were going for there. Like, why wouldn't you want Storm the Festival in a deck like this? Right? And then maybe put Vivian in the sideboard. That shouldn't be a big deal, really. But hey, I mean, they did really well. They went 4-1. So, good on them. Yeah, so now you can hit sorcery with this. So this guy's got a lot of potential upside. anything interesting. See, like with the repair and recharge, the reanimation spell, you would play something like this, right? That you would actually be able to get them into the graveyard and then pop them out for 5 mana. Because being able to play this on turn 5 is pretty good, or even 4 with the reanimation spell, and you set this to sorcery. That would be pretty sweet. Oops. All right. Something like this, I think, is pretty good. I'm going to see if I can actually pull up the... that's not what I want. Yeah, there's like Mono Black, there's Grixis here, Mardu, maybe 4-color Reanimator, Boros, I guess. I don't know what this is, but there's a bunch of Mono Blue stuff here. Doesn't show the win rate though. But if I go back, scroll down, it'll show you. Yeah, well, it ended up second, so I believe the record was 4-1. So, yeah, I don't really know. I mean, you kind of set yourself up for some pretty big losses by tapping out and casting the Bant Ascendancy on turn 3, or Broker's Ascendancy on turn 3, because essentially in 2 turns you're losing it to Invoke Despair against Mono Black. I think Mono Black right now, Grixis, whatever plays Invoke Despair, I think is at the top of the list. So, but yeah, so this is the deck list that I changed to, and we're going to try playing some games with this one. See how this does. Vivian moved to the sideboard. Great to reanimate it on turn 5, but yeah. I guess I could have set it as a sorcery, but then I still think for 5 mana and then going up to 6 mana, which would still be 5 mana with Sten out, or 4, I guess, for the repair and recharge with Sten out if you set it to sorcery. You can, for 5 mana, you basically get 2 5-mana spells, hopefully, or a couple of good planeswalkers, or maybe you hit the combo of Urza and Mightstone. Okay, now we still got the stupid Ascendancy, but we're gonna keep it. We can at least syncopate a couple of spells here. I mean, I guess you can kind of see there wasn't a lot of like super tier 1 decks in that tournament. Super tier 1, I don't know what that means, but you know, the upper end of the tier 1. It seems like everybody was just kind of trying something at random. Ugh. No, there's no way they don't have a removal spell here, so I don't want to play right into it. They're going to play a 2-mana spell that I can't counter? No. They will play that I can counter. Do need a land. All right. I could set this to instant and then have syncopate up. I could also just cast this. Doesn't do anything though. I'm gonna set this as instant. Done. I can syncopate it for 1. Now I can play the Broker's Ascendancy. Maybe that person had that combination every single time. I do actually want to blink him now and then be able to play him for Planeswalkers. I think every time he comes into play, right? Yeah. I can swap him. That makes Celestis not a great card. That makes this not a great card. Yeah. Sure. They could have the 1 white removal spell. Wait a minute. Well, let me see. Did I miss the point where it'll come back? I did. I'm a dummy. All right. I should have done it before. Yeah. Really, really big dummy. That's what it should have been. Yep. Sure. No blocks. Well, this is a stupid combination. It's fine. There's no way they didn't draw a removal spell there. So, again, this card just shows how terrible it is. Just doesn't do anything. Okay. Come on, opponent. Could have played this, I suppose. Makes this cheaper. Makes it 4 mana. Sure. Think. Sure. Now, fortunately, I do lose to this card. Now, if my Emperor stays alive, then I can cast Broker's Ascendancy next turn. Then it will do something. I suppose. I'd rather just have another land there. Yeah. Is it any? Doesn't deal damage. It's just... Yeah. Just opponents. Sure. Oops. Return that. Exile this. Pass the turn. Yeah, this should literally be, could be anything else besides what this is. Now, if it survive, again, if both of my planeswalkers survive until next turn, then it does something. But the odds of my brokers or both of my planeswalkers surviving until next turn shouldn't be likely, because at least one attack will go there. Yeah. All right, let's see what happens. Yeah, wouldn't have mattered. I would only plus it. I guess I could have made a token. Let's do both of these.
Anyone who harms my people must contend with me.
You know, I don't know if I need to do that. I think I can actually just make a token here. Yeah, I don't think I actually needed to do both. Like kill both creatures. They'll have to expend an extra mana on their spell, and I have a bunch of mana, so I don't particularly care. Curious though if non-artifact spells. I don't think it could be used for Storm the Festival, but not sure if it's the ability of the card. Maybe Mightstone will work. Yeah, I pretty much have to. I probably would have got rid of the Mightstone though. Yeah, sure. Gonna save some damage here. Yep. Okay. So I still have it anyway. So it doesn't. So it can't cast it. Can't be spent to cast non-artifact spells. Okay, so it does not work. So what about this? Does this work? 3. I think this works. And next turn I can exile this. So this is good with Urza. But this card's absolutely bonkers with Urza. Holy cow. Yep. Seven, 8. So it's 10 mana. Okay. So effect instant sorceries. Let's plus it. Now I can cast this. There we go. Wow. Oh man. Yeesh, that's bad. Yeesh, that's bad. I think I have to exile this. Wow. That was a bad Storm the Festival. Holy cow. Ooh, at least I hit something. Brutal though. You got to attack here. Yep. You got to block. Really? All right. Still blocking all over the place anyway. Yep. Only triggers once. Let's draw. Discard the land. That's 5 land. Okay. We're going to +2. We're going to exile this thing. We're going to make one of these bad boys. We are going to cast this thing. We're going to kill this creature. We're going to cast... Do I have enough? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're going to cast this. Then... Is this only as a sorcery? Yeah. Okay, good game. Well, Storm the Festival. Probably cut back 1, bring the depopulate in. Probably cut that all together. Cut here a little bit. Probably. That can go. Negate. Probably need to come in. Don't like the bank buster. Bring the negate in. Get rid of the broker's charm. All right. Let's try this. A few more counter spells. Bring in the depops. They will get to draw a card from the core cleric or whatever it is. Keep. Likely going to have duresses over there, but that's fine. Okay. Oop. Yep. Not an untapped land. Sure. Now, if I don't draw a land here, it's game over. It's game over. All right. There's no point. Add a line uncontested is game over. All right. Keep the same setup. Needed to draw the. I probably need to cut the ascendancy for another land. Okay. Didn't really want to show them what I had. I could have played Stan and played it out a little bit. They probably had a removal spell. It's game over at that point. It's too far behind. Still no duress, hey? All right. All right. Play that. That's the turn. Probably have another one. Whenever it dies. Okay. Close to being able to do this, but they might spend some resources. They're not playing Invoke Despair because there's no dual lands really to support it. Gonna make sure it doesn't go to the end step so I can kill the Wedding Invitation. I think that's what it's called, Wedding Invitation. I keep forgetting the name of that card. Sure. It's all you. Sure. Yep. You got it. No shield red. There's no double black. Land would be good next turn. Yep. Okay. White. White. Green. Another. Play the Emperor. Okay. Resolve. Exile it.
My judgment is final.
Okay. Can play Urza here as well. They might have a removal spell, but that's fine. Not really doing anything else. And now next turn, if it survives, I have this. Yep, that's fine. Now I can depopulate. Get my Urza back. Okay. We have 2 cards. Could also just cast this. Nah, let's depopulate. Urza comes back. +1 over here. So green, yeah, I still don't have enough. Oops. Nope, nope, nope. Cancel. I would only add 4 mana there. That's fine. Come on. Just gonna rope me out, huh? Nice. Just sore losers. It's magic. That's what you get. I've gotten plenty pissed. But I just concede. I don't waste the time. If I'm like, this sucks, I'm dead, I just concede. Yeah, he just got up, so I'm gonna go get a drink. Sure. All right, so that's that deck. Yeah, I kind of like that. So this is what I would end up running. You get a little bit of card draw. Maybe this can come out for something else. A little bit of card draw / ramp there. Your main goal is basically to get off Storm the Festival and put a couple of these in the sideboard. They're also pretty good. And maybe if I want to like drop this, my opponent's playing like heavy artifact removal or something, or heavy removal, then Urza will tend to die quite often just because of Destroy Evil. But yeah, that's the deck. That's probably how I would play it right now. It's not the best thing in the world. The original version, I didn't know what was going on there. Some numbers here probably can be tweaked. But yeah, that'll do it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Took a look at another deck list that somebody else was playing and made some changes, made some tweaks. As it stands, I don't think the deck was that playable. Not sure how they did as well as they did. But kudos to them for, having a good deck list and playing it well. Anyways, see you later.